Hi, version 2.3 of Honkai Star is just around the corner and Firefly will be on the first phase of the patch. She is looking to be an extremely strong DPS that breaks her way into the meta. Haha, you get it? Like break as in break effect? Anyways, despite saying that, there has been a plethora of DPSs released since version 1.0. And with that in mind, is she still worth it to pull? Well, here are 3 cool things and 3 annoying things to consider before you pull for her. Before we start, I'll be giving away 2 supply passes / welcome / crystal card to my subscribers at 5k subs, so make sure you subscribe to enter. For those that don't know what Firefly does, I have a guide link in the description, but in a nutshell, she is a fire destruction DPS that focuses on her ultimate state that gives her a bunch of buffs and uses break effect to delete the enemies. Firefly's skill is single target while consuming HP and regenerating energy. Firefly's ultimate enters a state where she gains a lot of buffs while gaining an empowered basic and skill. And finally, Firefly's talent reduces damage taken the lower she is. Overall, she's a very cool kit that looks to match ACHERON in terms of both damage and visuals. And that brings me onto the 3 cool things about Firefly. Firefly's damage is comparable or even better than ACHERON in some cases. ACHERON has been arguably the best character since release, and Firefly is looking to match that. While Firefly will do less damage per screenshot compared to ACHERON, the frequency of her attacks due to her speed buffs in her ultimate state and the frequency of her ultimates due to her skill makes her be able to match or even surpass ACHERON in terms of damage per second. And even just talking about damage per screenshot, Firefly isn't even that much behind either due to the abundance of stats she gains for free. And while scaling off both break effect and attack, which synergizes with a built-in super break. This all together with the fact that she is also really easy to build makes her really a top contender for the best DPS. And while talking about being easy to build, Firefly is the complete opposite of ACHERON. Firefly is insanely free-to-play friendly with a free light cone that is only second behind her signature, while having her best teammate being literally the Trailblazer. On the 4 of an ACHERON is a light cone that you can obtain and S5 for free from the hardware shop. This is Firefly's second best light cone option and is all for free. Due to her major traits that increases break effect based on attack, the abundance of attack that this light cone gives you is perfect for her with both conditions on the light cone easily fulfilled by Firefly. And about her best teammate, Trailblazer, the Harmony MC is literally irreplaceable for her as Firefly's damage literally plummets when not ran together, due to Harmony MC's super break having a higher cap and being a separate instance of super break. All this glazing about Firefly's kit is cool and all, but one other great thing about pulling for Firefly is the future proofing. Similar to ACHERON's toughness element in Nor, Firefly can implant fire weakness to an enemy. So together with her insane damage, this immediately makes her a very versatile character and a very future-proof character. Now, I understand that it has only been a few patches and ACHERON is looking like she'll get power crept by Firefly despite saying that she is future-proof too. The truth behind that is that Honkai Star is a game with many game modes, and thanks to that, more characters can be technically on top of the meta because different characters cater towards different game modes. And that's not even mentioning how there's 2 teams for each game mode. So with that in mind, ACHERON and Firefly will coexist as the best DPSs in the game, especially since a buff for ACHERON is coming soon as well. However, with all that being said, Elio's script for Firefly isn't quite perfect, and that brings us onto the 3 annoying things about Firefly. With a kit so heavily emphasized on break damage, Firefly relies extremely heavily on weakness broken enemies. Well, this isn't a big issue as of now, since we only have a select few enemies that are hard to break, like Yanqing and the new Sunday boss fight. But don't quote me on this, there could be a very likely chance that Hori decides to screw over Firefly and technically Buhyo too with some incredibly meaty toughness shields or unbreakable shields on enemies in the future. This would be a massive downside as these characters literally do not operate if the enemy cannot be weakness broken. While also talking about Buhyo, at the end of the day, Firefly is just another DPS. If you are in a comfortable spot to clear every MOC 12 and Purification 4, her pull value does significantly drop. As well, there's a good chance she'll improve your clear speeds, she's nowhere near the mass pull territory for you. And even with the new game mode coming up, yes, it's a bit of a break propaganda, but despite that, I have confidence that existing characters can clear it comfortably. And just like how those people don't necessarily need Firefly, people who don't own Romae should also consider pulling for her over Firefly. To this day, Romae is still arguably the best harmony unit in the game, especially with the new break and DOT meta. She is the prime support for those teams. Unfortunately, it is really annoying as this is only an issue since she is paired with Romae in the same phase.